Back when I was a young children, I remember most of Sony's big gaming icons being characters such as Nathan Drake, Sackboy, Cole, Sly, and whoever the hell this was from the Killzone series, which really deserves to return in my opinion. But in the 2020s, many of these characters have somewhat, at least, gone the way of the $500 a month apartment and the rotary phone, instead making way for a new major mascot by the name of Astrobot. Astro's Playroom released with the PS5 as a sort of tech demo. It isn't the first game featuring the beloved little robot, but I would argue it's kinda the game that really started to bring him into the forefront of all the Sony marketing. So in 2024, I decided to finally get the Platinum Trophy, as well as finish all the DLCs in Astro's Playroom before the release of Astrobot. I did successfully do this, just the only thing is I couldn't get around to editing the video until a number of months later. Astro's Playroom contains 43 base game trophies, including a Platinum, and it's rated as a 2 out of 10 in difficulty and can be completed in less than 5 hours. There are also 2 DLC packs containing 8 more total trophies, and both of them are relatively quick and easy overall. So let's dive on into Astro's biggest adventure yet, at least it was at the time. Only a few minutes in, we obtain our very first trophy for collecting a puzzle piece, of which we will have to collect all 96. Whee! Puzzle piece! Alright, got our first collectible and our first trophy. From here, we teleport into our first world that is suspiciously similar to a level in Mario Galaxy. And then we get a trophy for being hit by flying debris. Makes sense. What was that for? Oh! Miscellaneous trophy. Cool. A few minutes later, we collect our first of 36 in-level artifacts, which are needed for a gold trophy. The artifacts are basically relics of PlayStation past, and some of them are actually pretty neat. Ooh! Artifact! It's a PlayStation 1 controller. Oh, that's cool. After the Heavy Rain reference, we enter the Morph Ball form for the first time, and getting a strike here nabs us a trophy. Wipeout! Got a strike in Memory Meadow, nice! The rolling ball can be a little bit finicky at times. We then walk on some clouds, have some extra crispy Astro nuggets, and then complete the first area of the game for 2 trophies related to artifacts. The PlayStation 1! New artifact! Got all artifacts. I missed a puzzle piece though, so we gotta go get another puzzle piece. We spend a few minutes exploring the artifact room and grab a trophy for opening the PS1. Oh, that's cool. Oh, cool! Very cool. As well as a trophy for playing the Gacha machine for the first time. Alright, what we get? Got your first prize. I then quickly return to Memory Meadows to collect the final puzzle piece for another trophy. Someone out there said something along the lines of... oh, that's a trophy. All puzzle pieces in Memory Meadow, nice! Our next area is the GPU Jungle. It features some slightly annoying climbing sections, and we gain the use of a Horizon-inspired bow. Here we get a trophy for deflecting a spitter's ranged attack with an arrow. Yep, I knew it. That was... I saw that there was a trophy for deflecting something, I just wasn't entirely sure what it was. After some more climbing, as well as being reminded of this kind of crazy peripheral, we reach the final part of the level. We get a very well-named trophy for shooting all the rabbits with arrows. Again, that trophy hunting intuition is... Yes, I knew it! I knew it! And a trophy for finishing the world. Last was Part 2 Remastered, just money grab. Once it released 4 years later. Alright, we got a trophy. We proceed to do some more gacha gambling, and end up getting our first secret gacha for a trophy. Not entirely sure what makes this one special, but I digress. Ooh, artifact. Is that half the prizes then? Oh, a secret gacha, okay. I quickly returned to GPU Jungle to collect the handful of artifacts and puzzle pieces that I missed previously for 2 more trophies. Okay, that's the puzzle piece. There's definitely more here, though. Yep. Got it. Alright, that's everything from this area. Alright, got everything in GPU Jungle. Apparently, committing second-degree assault on the other bots in the hub world causes them to become fully loyal to you. Hey, at least we get a trophy for it. Still not 20? There it is. I then grabbed 2 more quick trophies in the artifact room for punching a VR lens and picking up an actual physical trophy. But, easy trophy. Get that one out of the way. And that. You got a trophy! 2 easy trophies done right there. Now we're off to Cooling Springs, which is, in my opinion, one of the most fun areas of the game. Seriously guys, I love the beach, definitely more of a fan of the beach than things like lakes and mountains. Although I'm not really sure why they would put a drowning bot in the game here, that seems kinda cruel. And then we become a Helldiver for a trophy. And it's called Helldiver. Perfect, except that this was long before Helldivers 2 came out and became such a sensation. We gain access to a random frog suit, which is slightly difficult to control at times. We go ice skating, and grab a very slightly tricky trophy for bouncing a ball 5 times in a row. 3, 4, 5. Perfect! Keepy uppies. Soon enough, we grab the last puzzle piece in Cooling Springs. Yep, there it is. Alright, so that was every puzzle piece in Cooling Springs, followed by completing the world and getting all of its artifacts. Yes, there had motion controls for games, PS5 just had this game, so it didn't have any others, okay. HD graphics, and such a big fan. We also reached the halfway point on the gotcha prizes for yet another trophy. Alright, get that, and that. Oh, half the gotcha prize is done, nice! And with that, we're off to the 4th world, SSD Speedway. This world is a bit more challenging than the others so far. It also has another somewhat janky suit power to use. And I accidentally ended up getting a trophy for punching 3 enemies quickly. Oh! What's that trophy? Okay! I didn't know that was a trophy, but awesome! Also, we get a minigun, so that's pretty awesome. I then spent some time trying to find one of the 4 secret bots from the 2nd DLC, but it looks like they don't actually appear until you have beaten the game. We eventually grabbed the last puzzle piece in this world for a trophy. There's our last puzzle piece. Death is fine, except I didn't even die. Get them coins, and then complete the world for another trophy. Alright. Motion engine. And there's still 1 collectible left. This was followed by a quick trophy for hitting the PlayStation icon on the PS2. Poor little Astro bot, he's stuck in there. Oh, okay. Also, I then quickly returned to SSD Speedway to grab the last artifact, leaving all 4 worlds 100% complete. Thank God. Yeah, that one was pretty annoying. That one was pretty bad. Alright, got the last artifact. Looks like something is going on back in the hub area. That's right, it's time for the 1994 Throwback level. This level pits you against the game's only true boss fight, the T-Rex demo from the original PlayStation. Also, you get 3 lives in this fight instead of just 1, which is definitely nice. Now, a lot of people apparently find this particular fight to be quite difficult at times, but honestly, I really didn't struggle that much. I only died 1 time. Before you know it, I had successfully defeated the boss on just my 2nd attempt. From there, we play the credit shooting minigame from Smash Bros. Melee, and grab all the new generation artifacts to earn a DLC trophy. Yeah, this is apparently a DLC level, or at least a DLC trophy for some reason. For it. Play has no limits. Cleared the game, got the new generation artifacts. From there, we end off the first of 2 streams by obtaining the final base game artifact for a trophy. Yeah, supposedly that's like the hardest trophy in the game, and it's done. The other PS3. Oh, what's that? Collected all the artifacts in the 4 main stages and the Labo. Nice! However, we aren't quite done yet, as there's another 20 trophies including the Platinum that we still need to obtain. These are mostly random miscellaneous objectives, so we're gonna run through them relatively quick. We start by sending 10 bots flying with a single spin attack. That should be a trophy, right? Yep. 10 bots flying with a single spin attack. That one was easy. Got it done. We then play a round of Trouble, which is actually a DLC trophy. I didn't know it. I didn't realize it would let you do it that way. Okay. Well, I'm just dumb. And stand on the aim controller for a grand total of 3 trophies in this segment. I wonder if it means this. Oh, nope, that was it. Okay, we got it. That was easy. Then we get a trophy for using a bidet at the end of Cooling Springs. How I didn't get that before. Yeah, I have no idea how I didn't get that earlier. That's super easy. Followed by jumping 3 times during a spin attack. Got it. That was easy. And a very PlayStation self-referential trophy. Yep. Jason!
Jason! Jason! Jason! Jason!
We get the final puzzle pieces and prizes from the gotcha machine for 2 more trophies. Puzzle piece. Puzzle piece! And that is all the puzzle pieces. It was literally the last one I needed. The last one I needed. That's how I get that trophy. And then grab this trophy for a reference to the defunct PlayStation Home feature. God, that makes me feel old to remember that I not only did that, but actually got all the trophies in it. Perfect. Awesome. Next, we head back for a couple of level-specific trophies, starting with falling 99 feet and catching ourselves in the GPU jungle. Oh, there we go, we got it! Heck yeah, got it. And then another one for making a huge snowball. Small, but still. There it is! Alright, well, that took longer than I thought it would, but that's totally okay. Oh, and we also revealed the original PlayStation logo for yet another easy trophy. And we get the OG. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, actually. Now we only have 1 trophy left for the Platinum, which is to perform a spin attack while carrying a machine gun. It's actually a pretty easy way to end off the Platinum journey. Spin! Wild arms. And you've only done everything. Alright guys, we've got the Platinum Trophy. What a fun game. What an absolute joy. I mean, this game was so much fun. I had no complaints. But we aren't done just yet, as we still have to rescue 4 special bots that were released as a promotion for Astro, the actual game. These bots will often require you to do some very specific actions, such as dying in a specific place in order to get the Returnal bot. That makes sense now. That makes a lot more sense. Horizon Glitch worked, nice. Alright, that's our first of the 4 special bots. Deja, phew! The Memory Meadows bot requires you to play a game of Simon Says with late 2000s and 2010s memes, and it's honestly a little bit harder than I was expecting. I spent like a solid 10 minutes here before I was able to get the trophy. Okay, that makes more sense. So, I thought that was like doing the 4 moves in a row. No, it's not. It's literally... It's not that, it's just 1 move at a time. Okay, that actually makes it a lot easier. The GPU Jungle Bot isn't too bad as long as you either know the release date of Bloodborne, or your chat happens to know the release date of Bloodborne, because I sure as hell didn't. Yeah, I don't know how people would have figured this out on their own, like... That would not be easy to figure out on your own, and I'm not terrible at finding collectibles on my own. And then the Cooling Springs bot requires you to enter a specific D-pad code in a specific area, which I don't really know exactly how you were supposed to figure that out. But hey, there's 2 more trophies. Right. Up. left, left. Again, how the hell did people figure this out? That's pretty complicated. Unless I just missed something somewhere, that's pretty complicated. Alright, so that is the DLC. Finally, all we have left is this semi-infamous trophy for speed running the 8 DLC speedrun levels. Quite a few players consider this to be the hardest trophy in the game, and while I can understand that given how easy most of the other trophies are, I honestly didn't struggle that much here either, despite not usually being that good at a lot of platformers. Within about 20 minutes, I had all 8 speedruns cleared with a good 30 seconds to spare, which unlocked the final trophy of Astro's Playroom. Go, 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 go! Hope it's enough. Oh! Wow. I didn't have to go back to any of the levels after that. Cool. What was my final time? Man, I beat it by 30 seconds. That trophy's not hard. What are people talking about? That trophy? People say that trophy's hard. The trophy's not hard at all. Astro's Playroom was a wonderful experience. The Platinum is very easy and can be done in like 4 hours, while the DLC adds a bit more of a challenge, some extra trophies, and another hour or so of gameplay. Ultimately, I got the 100% in under 6 hours, and it was a great way to get prepared for Astrobot, which I platinumed about 2 months later. I would 100% recommend playing this game. It is absolutely worth your time. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't done so already. Let me know if you've done this platinum, and if you agree that it was such a great time. I know this was definitely one of the shorter trophy videos, because honestly it was a simple enough game that it could be a shorter video, but we've got Astrobot and quite a few other platinum videos in the works, so definitely stay tuned for some, hopefully more high quality trophy hunting in the near future.